hopefully it will inspire you to organize a space that you've been dreading or that's really difficult. And so I'll show you some pointers along the way. Welcome to our utility room. This is in our laundry area. So here's the washer dryer. There's a outside burner on top, and we have a lot of stuff to clean and organize in here. So what needs to happen is Brandon has been building something, which I don't know if the video is going to be out yet. No, it's coming out after this video. And so we had to take the table saw out, and so we need to put that back in, which is on the patio, and then kind of try to organize this a little better. We have a huge bin that's usually on the floor here. It's out in the middle of our living room, and we have a bunch of new scrap wood that we need to put back in here. And the space is not huge, like, I don't know, I'm gonna use the GoPro maybe in here, but it's dark in here too, and this camera has a light that we purchased, so I don't know, this is a little bit better to use, but we just have a lot to fit in here. I mean, prior to moving to this house, we had a one-car garage, and so basically we had to get rid of a ton of stuff before even moving to this place, and there's just a lot to fit in here, and so we kind of need to go through and like make room. So that's going to be part of this video, and hopefully it will inspire you to organize a space that you've been dreading or that's really difficult. And so I'll show you some pointers along the way of things that we're going to do, because if you live in an apartment or a space that has just a small balcony or just doesn't have a lot of outdoor storage, but you have, you know, tools and random stuff that you would normally keep outside, like, you might wonder, where do I put that stuff? So I'm going to show you what we're doing in here, and maybe this can help you in your space to organize it, get it clean, simplify it, like just make it efficient, even if it's not the most pretty thing, because we don't always want to go buy like new storage containers and make everything cohesive. I mean, I want to, yes, but we want to try to also live frugally and wisely with our finances. So, you know, we're going to try to use what we have and see where we, you know, can get. But hopefully this will inspire you. So let's move on. Waiting for Brandon to come back with paint because of our special project. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is that a bright light? Is that a bright light? Did you go poo-poo? Poo-poo? Change your diaper? Say, change my diaper, Mommy. Yeah. Bye-bye. Say bye. Bye. Okay, next day here, and I'm waiting for Brandon to finish up his project and for Brielle to go down for a nap before we can start the utility room organization. So I'm filtering our cold brew and pouring myself a sparkling water, as you saw. I'm also making a strap for Benjamin's masks because he's going back to school, and in case he takes it off or it falls, I don't want it falling on the floor, so this strap will go around the loopholes and then around his neck. I'm filling up our diffusers with this plant therapy germ fighter to help the air smell good and hopefully fight some germs at the same time. This essential oil is in our Amazon shop, which is linked below. I love making our house homey and safe and clean and organized. Can you tell I'm a homebody? If you like those things, then you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come find us on Instagram at OFB Social, because we'd love to connect with you in the comments over there. All right, gotta go check the laundry. I'm always doing laundry around here, but it's really one of my more favorite chores to do. I hate mopping and cleaning the tubs. I'll do laundry over that any day. All right, so I brought the towels and stuff to the dining room table, which I love, by the way. Folding towels on a big dining room table. It's just like, I don't know, it's so nice. So anyways, Benjamin came over and wanted to help, somehow switched the GoPro from time-lapse to regular. No idea how he did that. No idea what he's doing, but he's so cute. And there's a close-up for you. So So I tried to reposition it for him so he could see, and then, oh, there it goes, right over the edge. All right, here we go, buddy. You want to show everyone? That's really what it was. He wanted to show everyone how he could fold. So everyone, let's watch and see how he does and speed it up. Please tell me in the comments below, what chores do you have your kids do and what ages are they? Most importantly, how do you motivate them to actually do it? Please send all of your suggestions. This is probably the longest he's helped me fold towels ever, and he actually did an okay job. The OCD side of me wants to refold everything, but the time management side of me says, no, that will just take longer. Leave it alone. It's not worth it. So I left it. Okay, here we are starting to organize. I'm going to insert some clips as we go, explaining things and giving you some more close-up shots, so keep watching all the way through. First, we had to fit these really long 10 and 8 feet boards in here, so that took some finagling and rearranging just to get them up against the wall there, because that's the only place they'll fit basically in the whole house. So once we got those in, it was like, all right, we're good to go. After we got those boards in, we just brought in the rest of the scrap wood and found a place for it, put it in the bin, which I'll show you later, and the bigger pieces we lined up here. We're emptying the big bin that was on the floor here and just finding homes for all those things, because we're going to be moving that bin upstairs to free up floor space down here. Okay, tip for organizing, go vertical. Nail stuff to the walls or screw hooks in. We're renting, but we're still allowed to put holes in the wall as long as we patch them when we leave. If you'd rather not do that, try to use command hooks or something that will help you to put stuff on the wall. Bookshelves are also a great option to go vertical. Here's the wooden shelf that we put up. It's just one of those simple, like put these in and get the little brackets and hang them up. Super easy, like you just screw those to the wall and done. Lots of extra storage. Going vertical, you just hung a little screw up here and then you can just hang it out of the way. And we have our step stool that hangs right on here and the door still closes. Perfect. Also go vertical with this stuff. Screw it in, nail it to the wall, use a command hook, whatever. Same with this. That saw. I don't know if you can see back in there. There's a plastic shelving. It has scrap wood on it. Then we have a bucket here. Scrap wood. And then we have storage down there. We've got a Tetris generator, miter saw, shop vac way back in there. Another tip is to use plastic drawers and even go vertical with those if you can. Here on the right are some white ones with clear drawers. They were inexpensive and surprisingly have lasted a while, even with lots of use. I found a couple at a secondhand site like Craigslist or OfferUp. One's upstairs in the bathroom, and these two down here I've had for years. There are so many sizes that something's bound to fit in the area you need. These would work on an outdoor balcony, or you could get a small plastic trunk shed or one of those tall vertical sheds, but they're more expensive. Something that will keep the rain out, or if you have snow. I mean, I don't know how to keep stuff outside in snow. I'm sorry, I live in South Florida, so you're on your own for that. So these plastic containers we put here, super easy, like kind of, it's like slimlined, and we just hung again with these little brackets and then put wood on it, and then we actually zip tied them to like the wood on the back here and anchored these in to the wall. So like it's not going anywhere, and it has heavy stuff in it, you know. It's got like screwdrivers and stuff, and look, this saves us lots of space. Another tip is to use plastic Tupperware containers. You know, the ones they sell for food, the cheap ones like that lunch meat comes in. Yeah, those. They can easily be repurposed to hold nails or screws, drill bits, batteries, hooks, random little items that would typically be found in a utility room. Also, old yogurt containers work great for painting. Just cheap. This was, I don't know, from the dollar store like a long time ago. It has a lid somewhere, but also this, you know, deli meat came in at the store, also has a lid somewhere. And, you know, this is storage for like the kitchen Tupperware, but all of these little things you can repurpose and use here. Oh, here's some more right here. Like, these are so good to organize, and they're not expensive at all. You know, it came with lunch meat and I'm gonna reuse it. Here's an old, like this was from the dollar store too. You know, good for different size plates. It's supposed to be for pencils and pens, but works great in here. Here's the paint cans I was talking about, old yogurt. And you can put lids on them to save the paint. You know, if it's a job that takes a couple of days and you need to do a second coat, like use these old yogurt containers. So while we're sorting screws and nails and small objects here, let me tell you another tip. Label everything. I love my label maker, but for the time being, I just used masking tape or the blue painter's tape to label the drawers and any containers we had. It doesn't have to be fancy, especially if you aren't sure about keeping items in a particular place. I'll be labeling more after this video comes out because I really need Brandon to tell me what he wants to call everything, since this is primarily his area. And by labeling, I'm able to help put stuff away because I don't know the difference between different screw types and sizes, but I can follow directions, and if it's labeled, I can find it and return it. Also, by hanging these on the wall, you can really just get everything off of counters and like tabletops that you might need to work on. You can label all of them just using masking tape. You don't have to use a real label maker. Like, this is painter's tape, but that really helps. Next tip is to plan with the end in mind. Make sure that your most used items get prime real estate. These items, like different screwdrivers or the drills or impact drivers or the common nails you use or screws, measuring tapes, yada yada, those things should be easily accessible so you can grab and go. The last thing you want when you're working on a project is to have to go take the time to find something in a heaping mess of stuff. This is so frustrating and such a distraction, and it gives more opportunity for the project to get delayed or simply not done. I like to complete projects, so I want to minimize any chances to get waylaid. We've also got this pegboard, which was actually already here when we moved in, so kind of handy. Our most often used things, so we've got all of our tape measures, we've got the 2 drills and impact drivers, these squares Brandon uses a lot. And there's some like random tools in here, extension cord, but also like our screwdrivers are like most often used. They're easy to get to, plus our tape and adhesive stuff we use a lot, so that's easy to get to. We have some small rope and zip ties, which are surprisingly used a lot also. Make everything easily accessible that you use often. And just to show you, like, we put a shelf up here for laundry stuff because, you know, I didn't want to put everything here, and I wanted a place for extra storage for like bleach for hurricane season. Sometimes I have an extra one of those and extra towels for like going outside on the patio. So go vertical when you can, people. It's not totally complete and organized, but it's a lot better than it was, and now the table saw will fit back in easily. Yay! Here's the finished product. I don't know if you can tell, but like I can tell, and I can actually walk in here, which is so nice. At least I know where everything is or is supposed to be, and we have a couple of other things we're gonna more finely tune and like organize more detailed later. But for now, this is such a better area, and I love it so much. If you liked this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you to our monthly supporters, and until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together.